All right, I think we have a workaround for our sound issues. I am here with Clarence Weaver of C&W Market in Evanston, and I'm doing a series over the next week with different business owners or even nonprofits who I've really seen step it up and give back to the community. A lot of these organizations give back to the community year round, but in particular, I've had a lot of visibility to what they've been doing during COVID-19. And I want to make sure, I know when I log into my social media, I get a lot of negativity. And I want to make sure we're balancing that out with seeing some of the good things that are happening in the community. And I want to make sure you know about these businesses as well. So I wanted to start today by having Clarence talk about some of the things that C&W Market are doing in Evanston to help the community right now. And he actually, right before we started trying to have this conversation, just finished up one of those things. So I will let you talk.
Great. Well, thanks, Amy. As you mentioned, we just completed work with Evanston Aid and District 65, where we had groceries for 72 families. And, what that is we're operating with curbside pickup on Saturdays from 9 to 11, specific to those individuals and families identified by Evanston Aid. And so those families pick up, and this is the fifth week of that exercise. And it's been growing every week. But the benefit is definitely to the families in need. And these are, families that are identified by the District 65 social worker team. And we've just been part of gathering all the items that were needed and prepared to be ready for distribution every Saturday. And so, that's been going tremendously well. And then, obviously we started this off because we were reached out to with William Eason with Jennifer Edibles. And, William had the idea because a family that they were delivering dinners to, they saw that there was a need greater than, just giving them a meal for one day or that moment. And the idea about groceries, we collaborated and had a discussion and agreed that we would be a part of that. And it's amazing that, that small idea kind of grew into a few other organizations that wanted to reach out. So, after doing some deliveries for the seniors identified by Jennifer Edibles' team, Evanston Aid, came along with District 65 and said, hey, we have, families that have a need as well. And that turned into 65 families. And, subsequently, we just had a conversation with Evanston Neighbors. And with that organization, they had 45 families that needed essential items. So, our store has access to all of that, right? We have access to any grocery item and any item that you can find at a restaurant or any grocery store, we have access to. And, from an essential standpoint, we have toiletries, we have paper towels, we have, toiletries, we have cleaning items, we have everything that you need from a household perspective. And, we're just like anybody else. We're limited to, what's available because, at the end of the day, our inventory is coming from the same place. But we've been pretty successful with having, products, even when some other places haven't. So we're very excited about that, Amy.
All right. And so if you missed yesterday's conversation, yesterday I talked to William Eason of Jennifer's Edibles that Clarence just referred to. And Jennifer's Edibles and Soul and Smoke in Evanston are two restaurants that are feeding, each of them are feeding over 200 people a day. People that are seniors that are hard to get out or people that are high risk and can't get out. They've been providing food for those families. And then also Curt's Cafe has been providing food for 45 families as well.
Right.
And
wow, that's great.
Those organizations are feeding families that have a hard time getting out, but they do need, as Clarence said, more than just food. They need toilet paper and paper towels, cleaning supplies, those essentials. And so C&W has been partnering with those organizations to help get those to people. And I can tell you, I was involved in helping with getting the materials for Curt's Cafe. And when
Oh,
the
great.
idea originally came up, you know, the idea of trying to find toilet paper for 45 families is overwhelming. So knowing that we could just call C&W and you guys did all the work for us was like, that's the easiest way to do things ever.
We were glad to be a part of that process for sure.
And I did want to point that out to people. So I do hear about people that are driving all over trying to find toilet paper or cleaning supplies. So I want to suggest that they come to you guys first because you usually have those things in stock. You're located right at Church and Dodge. If you could share the hours that you're open right now, that if people are looking for toilet paper or even little hand sanitizers you have available right now.
Sure. Yeah, we have hand sanitizers that were provided to us from leaders in the church community, and Alderman Robin Simmons. They actually had access through Alderman Simmons' relationship with Willie Wilson, and they provided those items to the store. And so, along with some masks, the masks are gone at this point, but there's been the hand sanitizers that are needed, and we do have items that remain from that. It's kind of scaling down quite a bit because once everybody knew that we had them, the hand sanitizers are kind of getting away from us. But from a toiletry perspective, we do have we can consistently keep paper towels and toiletries available for those that have a need. And from our grocery perspective, Amy, one of the things that we failed to mention was that the categories in which we provide to our seniors, across the board and to the families with District 65, we provide a meat choice, we provide frozen goods, canned goods, we provide vegetables, we provide fruit, and we also provide a deli item. We provide milk, cheese, so the dairy products are provided. From a deli perspective, we provide the ham, turkey, hot dogs, we provide bacon, eggs. Those are things that we provide that we know that a family's gonna need for 3 to 5 days. And so the feedback that we've received from the community continues to grow. But I mean, it's more than feedback about what we're doing as an entity, right? It's what we're doing collectively. I think COVID-19 has forced us, and I'm on the mayor's task force for business groups, and the conversation that we've continued to have is that literally it has allowed us to create partnerships with different organizations to benefit our community in need. So it's not about, C&W as an individual or any other group, right? It's about that family. It's that end product where everything gets to. It gets to those homes. And, with social distancing being an issue, and people still kind of adjusting to this new normal, there is an amazing need for those families so at the end of the day, they still need to be served just like we still need to, have the items that we need in our homes. But they can't be forgotten because all it takes is for a family to not have what they need over a short period of time, and they can be severely impacted from a health standpoint. So it's urgent, it's critical, it's immediate, and I think everybody understands what it means for rapid relief. I think when you do something for someone right then and there, that's rapid. That's what they need, and we can't avoid that right now. We need to spend our time delivering to the right people to get them what they need.
So speaking of that, you guys are providing, there's some of the people that need this assistance that don't have the financial means right now. So you deliver to people that are able to pay, but there's some people that can't pay right now. And so how can people reach out to get money to you to help those individuals that can't afford it?
Yeah, well, they can reach out to us by contacting us via email, cwminimart831@gmail.com, and leveraging the applications of Quick Pay with Zelle, or they can use Cashapp. And if they send their contributions to that email address, that will get to us, and that will allow us, Amy, to do exactly what you're saying, is to help those that are in need that don't have the funds available right now because of the impact with the virus, right? But one thing that we're not judgmental. We don't make decisions on who gets what, but we do have a bandwidth, right? So we can do what we can based on the funds that's available. And right now we're managing it to the best of our ability, but we have, partnerships that are allowing us to do that quite well. Evanston Aid being a strong trigger with that. And once again, to your point, the seniors that were identified with Jennifer Edibles, as well as Soul to Smoke. Now, the one thing that we also do, Amy, is we're getting, direct phone calls from families as well. So that's working out that way. And we're pleased to get items to those families as well. No problem. Thank you. Sure. One of the things that we do have, in addition to those items, is that C&W Market. Absolutely. The one thing that we do have is that we also, C&W Market and Ice Cream Parlor, the ice cream side, we have Homer's ice cream, and we have 12 different flavors that we provide to the community. So we moved the ice cream component on the store side, allowing us to leverage the ice cream space more for facilitating the dispensary of the foods on Saturday and with the seniors. So we provide, cookies and cream, cookie dough, vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. We have rainbow sherbet. We have black walnut, butter pecan. We also have the sorbets that we receive from Homer's as well. So we have mango and black raspberry. So, for those that get, through that need moment and they progress over to that want space, ice cream is not necessarily a need, but, we have it for those that want it as well.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I wanted to make sure. I know people are asking about ice cream again as the weather gets warm out, so wanted to make sure people knew about that. And I haven't told you, but my first career was in ice cream. When I was 16, I worked at an ice cream store for 3 years. So if you guys ever need help there, I can come in and handle. I still have that muscle right here.
We always need veterans, right? We always need somebody that knows what they're doing. So we can leverage you at the right time.
All right. So I think we covered, sorry, I don't know why so many technical difficulties with this. But I wanted to make sure you guys saw that the email address should be in the subject, and I'll make sure I get the phone number in the comments as well. So if you're able to contribute, that's much appreciated to get the key groceries and basics that people need to them. And also make sure that you go yourself to check out C&W Market and all the things that are available. It's a great resource that we have in our community.
Great. Well, thanks, Amy. I appreciate your time. And even despite the technical difficulties, I believe we got the message across, and we appreciate those that tuned in, and we also appreciate those that either contribute or just come by and support the store. I think that support is just as good as anything. So we thank you, Amy, and thanks for the work with Curt's Cafe. We were very glad to be a part of supporting that effort as well.
And even if you can't get to the store, make sure that everyone knows about the ice cream, because that is a commonly asked question right now. But thank you very much for all that you and Wendy do for the community. We really appreciate that.
All right. Thanks, Amy.
Thanks for joining us today.
Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Take care.